Hi, it's Daryl here, answering any questions you've got on net zero or carbon neutrality or any sort of compliances around that subject, ESOS, SECR, science-based targets, SBTI, etc., etc. I love hearing your questions. They get me thinking, and it's always good fun. If you've got a question, pop it through on the chat, email, text, however you want to get it to us. There's many different ways. And today's question, Farah, is...
So it's another ESOS question.
All right, okay.
Who needs ESOS Phase 3?
Who needs ESOS Phase 3? Okay. Okay, there's two answers to this. The first is that the government think that everybody needs ESOS Phase 3 and that, why would you not do it? And you should do it voluntarily. And I was looking at the stats on Thursday last week. I was looking at the stats, and that I can see anyway from ESOS Phase 2, out of I think 6,500 companies that participated, there was about a dozen or so that voluntarily did it. So don't be conned with the everybody should be doing it. Not many people actually voluntarily do it. I suppose the more the merrier, but it is a lot of work. Who needs to do it? Well, to start with, UK companies. If you're outside the UK, you don't need to bother. Number two, you need to be above a certain size, and those size criteria are 47 million turnover and 43 million balance sheet assets. Yep. And you need both of those, not either of those. If you got anything like that, you're in. Okay, so any one of these. Number two is whether you've got greater than 250 staff. And I know a lot of people these days are doing part-time staff. That's an average headcount. So if you've got peaks and troughs, it's your average throughout that 12-month period done on a simple staff per month. Add them all up, divide by 12 basis. The other one is that if you're in a group where one qualifies. Okay, so if you're part of say you've got a head, sort of a holding company up here with subsid 1, subsid 2, subsid 3 down there. If you've got that kind of structure, if any one of those subsidiaries qualifies, then everyone in the entire group must do it. Okay, that's important. That catches a lot of people out. And the fourth criteria down here is that it's 2 years in a row. Oh, come on, 2 years in a row. So if you need, these are the qualifying criteria here. Okay, that one's always true. But if you have over 250 staff for 2 years in a row, you must be for 2 financial reporting periods. Same here, you must be over that for 2 financial reporting periods. And if you are, for example, over that limit, and then let's say because of COVID, you went down under that limit, and then you went back up, okay? Over, you're in, down, you're still in, back up again, you're in. So to come out of ESOS, you need to be in ESOS, then down under the limit for one reporting period, then under a limit again for the second reporting period. Then you're out of ESOS. And then the same applies. The same applies that if you're then over the limit, you need to be over the limit for 2 years in a row. And if you're interested in that, it's called the Smoothing Provisions, Companies Act 2006. Very interesting reading. It's not. So they're the companies that need to do it. The big one that catches everybody is that one there. That's pretty popular. And this thing here. So, companies come to me and say, look, we're too small. Well, you might be, but one of your group members is above the threshold and has been for 2 years in a row, therefore must report, therefore you need to report as well. Okay, and normally you do a consolidated report that has all the group entities in. How's that?
Yeah, that was great. Just wondering maybe if this criteria will change and other businesses will also have to.
Yeah, that's a leading question. Someone's fed you that question. Yeah, yes, it's likely to change. This is likely to change here. They're talking about making that 50 staff and that 5 million, which are they're the limits for what the Companies Act defined as medium companies. That's just a rumour. I really don't know what's going to happen. But if they do change it, they move it to 50 and 5, that will capture a lot more companies, which is a lot of extra work for those companies. But on the flip side, we have to reduce the carbon use in the country. We have to do something. We can't just carry on as we are. And the more people that go through the ESOS process, the more people who then just at least consider the situation and, hopefully will then take action.
Okay.
So yeah, it's likely to change. I think it will change this year as well, or at the start of 2022. I think it will happen this year. Just a guess. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, there you go. Hope that was useful. Again, if you've got any questions for me, pop them through. I'll do my best to answer. Okay, cheers, bye.